In a world where we have a lot of negativity going on and we may feel like we're surrounded by a bunch of negative people, there's actually a lot of us who struggle for something that's actually quite opposite. It's being positive when we don't actually feel positive and putting up a front around those around us, whether if it's our friends, coworkers, or family, acting like we are in a good mood or everything is fine when really we're not. And there are a lot of studies that show that this is actually very toxic to us. This is called toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is when you decide to banish your difficult emotions, but then you acknowledge more favorable ones, like happiness. Now, this may seem good from the surface, however, this could cost you your authenticity, and it can take an emotional toll. And you know what else takes an emotional toll on me? Knowing that 70% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed yet. So if you haven't already, click that button and make my day. Back to the video. In fact, Dr. Jamie Ackerman has a really good definition of toxic positivity. He says here that toxic positivity is the assumption either by oneself or others that despite a person's emotional pain or difficult situation, they should only have a positive mindset. We've all been there. Our friend or family member calls us up or we see them and they ask us how we're doing, and we're not doing well. Something's going on, something that we're dealing with, whether if it's internally or externally, and we're not in the best mood. We're sad, we're angry, frustrated, nervous, anxious, you name it. What do? We tell them, I'm good. We act fine. And we smile when we really don't want to smile. You see how fake this is? That can really damage us internally. And not only do we lie to the people that are asking us if we're okay, but we lie to ourselves sometimes. Some of us take it a step further, including me, where we act like we're okay. We try to lie to ourselves. And believe it or not, this is something that's very common with a lot of us. Without realizing it, many of us leave that pressure on ourselves to constantly put up a cheerful, bubbly, and happy front and be the person who lights up any room. I know I did because I thought that that was the only way I could achieve success and win the approval and affection of other people. It's funny, I remember about 2 years ago during quarantine that I was just in a place where I was working a job that I hated, and I was depressed and I was just very stressed out, and I just had enough of it. Normally in my friend group, I'm the guy that's always positive and always pouring light into the group chat or when everyone else was being negative. However, I just had enough. I had enough, and I started venting to my group chat, and I was just talking about all these negative things. Said the world doesn't matter, I don't care anymore, everything sucks. My friends called me and they were like, "Are you okay, man? What's wrong with you? This is not like you. Like, what's going on?" In fact, one of my friends said, "Justice, you can't be like this." And normally I am the positive person, a part of my friend group. So even if I'm not feeling up to par and I had negative emotions, I would just bury them, and no one really knew about it. So my friends always thought that I was in this great mood all the time. That was just definitely not the case. He said, "We're the negative ones in the group. If you become like us, who's going to be the positive one of our friend group?" And at that moment, I completely realized that this is harmful, what I've been doing. And it's not their fault, it's my fault for choosing to not open up to others. And that is one of the main things we can do to fix toxic positivity. Toxic positivity can be detrimental to the mental well-being of those going through the struggles, challenging times, and personal distress. It can make you feel that your thoughts and emotions are unimportant or invalid and entangle you in overwhelming guilt and shame for not choosing to be happy. By doing this, we minimize and invalidate emotions that are a part of our authentic human experience. This also creates a barrier between you and the ones around you. Sometimes opening up to someone can create a stronger bond and feelings of empathy from both ends. Just like Demi Lovato said in that one song, "It's okay not to be okay." So how can we recognize toxic positivity? There are a few terms that you could be saying that could possibly be signs. Constantly saying things like, "Happiness is a choice," meanwhile you're going through a harsh season in your life. "Just think positive," "Look on the bright side." Hearing those terms can cause you to think that your emotions and experiences are invalid and may leave you feeling judged or condemned for not successfully maintaining a sunny outlook in life. The good thing about fixing toxic positivity is that the fix is quite simple. It doesn't mean it's easy, but it is simple. And the fix is that we have to just start trusting others that are close to us with telling them how we feel if we're not feeling 100%. And this doesn't mean that we have to go into every little detail and just completely open up right away if we don't feel comfortable, but just taking little steps, one at a time. Just like we talked about in my previous video, patience, which you guys should check out after this. These little steps can lead us to great improvement, and we don't have to open up everything and just spill the beans to our coworker or anything like that. But I do think that if you're not having a great day, you don't have to up in your tone, put a fake smile on, and just completely fake and stage the whole thing. You know, it's not fair that we have to take on all these battles all by ourselves. We have friends that open up to us and tell us that they're not doing okay. So we should be able to do the same sometimes. It's not going to be easy, but at least the fix is quite simple. So here's my challenge to you and to myself as well, is that next time someone calls us and asks us how we're doing, or next time we see someone and they ask us how we're doing, we don't have to tell them that we're doing great or very good. We can tell them that we're not doing the best, and that's okay. If we feel comfortable to share a little details, and then go ahead. We don't have to just go 0 to 100 right away. That's not how it works. But hopefully over time, as we grow closer bonds with the people around us, we do get comfortable and we are able to open up. Because you never know, someone might be able to offer some great advice, or they can offer a great pair of ears to listen. And sometimes that's all we need. Thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe as always, and go ahead and check out my video on patience, and where I go into how we can be more patient each and every day with the little things and the big things. Thanks for watching. Until again. So I found the tree that I want. It was like the best tree ever. It was gonna go into our house. It looked great. You know, people see me measuring it, seeing that I want this tree. I go out to the car real fast, measure my trunk to make sure it can fit. I come back into the store, and what do I see? I see this freaking old ass Karen pointing and having someone taking the tree away that fast. It was literally 45 seconds. And she literally watched me. She watched me measure it, and she was like, I'm taking that damn tree from that boy.